Welcome to Biztech's C-Suite Conversation Show. Our guest for today is Sean Whalon. He's the Global VP of Digital Monetization at CSG. Now, CSG is a leader in innovative customer engagement, revenue management, and payment solutions. Now, to tell us more, welcome to the show, Sean. You're coming in out of Ireland, but tell us about CSG and its history.
Sure. Well, as you mentioned, CSG is a leader in innovative customer engagement, revenue management, and payment solutions that make the ordinary customer experience extraordinary. Our cloud-first architecture and customer-obsessed mindset help companies around the world launch new digital services, expand into new markets, and create dynamic experiences that capture new customers and obviously build our customers' brand loyalty as well.
Okay, and so you're a global company. Tell us about your role specifically, Sean, and what are the countries under your purview?
In terms of my role as global vice president, it kind of says it all, right? It's the entire globe. We have a presence in all territories around the world. My primary focus is on meeting with customers, helping them sort out their strategies and plans, spending time with the product teams inside CSG, thinking about our products, our solutions, new features, the trends around monetization more broadly, as well as I have oversight of the global teams responsible for delivering the underlying support and in-life services for our customers as well. So in short, it's listen to current perspectives, get the feedback, weave that into our collective future with our customers, but also try and predict where the industry is going, currently with a significant continued focus on the cloud and 5G B2B2X monetization opportunities.
Okay, and we're going to talk to you about B2B 2X a little bit later on, but could you zoom in a little bit on CSG solutions in terms of your various elements and walk us through them, your revenue management, digital monetization, which is obviously your purview, payments, as well as customer engagement solutions?
Sure, look, happy to talk about the pillars, Brian. In customer engagement, CSG is really known for making ordinary customer experiences extraordinary. You couple that with the CSG Exponent solution, that's a cloud-based digital engagement platform that brings together holistic customer data, industry-leading customer journey orchestration and analytics, with proven omni-channel communications, and that helps us lead brands to optimize their entire customer lifecycle from awareness to purchase and long-term retention. In the revenue management and digital monetization space, in terms of solution pillar, that's really where CSG has a 40-year pedigree. We are continually challenging the status quo, winning business in the market with our end-to-end revenue management and monetization suite. So we help primarily telecom, cable, media, and business customers launch new business models faster and transform industries with our future-ready SaaS technologies and architecture. I would say CSG is uniquely positioned to handle the scale and complexity of what is rapidly becoming a 5G world, and our customers and operators really turn to us to help them prepare for, identify, and ultimately profit from that wave of opportunities that, albeit I'd say they're at an early stage of ideation, will take place and are defined by kind of ecosystems, smart cities, AI, automation, IoT, and ultimately that kind of always-on connected consumer. And we are viewed as the #1 technology provider of choice for CSPs in that space. We're in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for integrated revenue and customer management. We help customers around the world digitally transform their business to monetize and enable exceptional customer experiences. In terms of success stories, having been around for so long, we have a wealth of success stories. In 2022, our cloud-native SaaS platform helped CKH IOD enhance its MVNO and IoT customer engagement solutions. And also our configure, price, quote, and order management solution drives, or is currently driving, the digital transformation and automation of VicTrack out in Australia, just to name a few. So, and of course, we'll talk about this a little bit later, I suspect, but since launching Encompass earlier this year, we have some very exciting deals in the pipeline. So watch this space as we get ready to announce success in that with those as well.
Okay. Sean, I want you to unpack what you mentioned earlier. You mentioned B2B 2X business models. Now, just to make it really simple. So that means basically a service provider contracts services with another business that's a B2B transaction, which in turn has a final relationship with a lot of customers. And that, I think the easiest thing that for people to get their heads around is what really Amazon Web Services does. Is that about right?
Amazon Web Services is really the underlying platform infrastructure. So when everyone talks about kind of cloud first, it's a deployment architecture, and ultimately what enterprise software companies are doing is embracing deployment within the public cloud. But 5G really presents a kind of slightly different opportunity, because what that represents is, I guess, with the advent of 5G, CSPs want to kind of deliver a more flexible and cost-effective solution to their enterprise customers, which could involve multiple party settlement. They are using cloud-based SaaS and analytics capabilities to kind of understand that intelligence and increase the efficiency of their customer services. But they also want the flexibility to be able to experiment cost-effectively with new services, because we talk about partners, but the challenge with 5G is the use cases are still very much an ideation stage and still very much coming to fruition. So the whole purpose is, and what CSG is focused on, is really to make cost-effective experimentation, if you will, possible. In order to do that, you need to simplify your business processes. You need to move to embrace more agile technology. Plug and play microservices architecture is often referenced, but enabling that experimentation with enterprise services and partners is really that cornerstone to how CSG brings value to global CSPs. And both Encompass, which you talk about, and Exponent that I mentioned, feed into that.
Okay, so unpack this for me. This is a huge new market opportunity for telco operators. Am I correct? And huge. So if so let me frame an example. I'm a business that's looking to bring a smart solution to the automotive manufacturing industry. Now, what I could do today now with 5G is go and purchase a 5G network slice from an operator with all the resources that I need, with the IoT devices, the machinery from vendors, and then go to market, wrap that all up and go to market with a solution. Now, that's something that I couldn't do before 5G. Is that sort of the opportunities that really telco operators are embracing right now?
Yes, and what is interesting is that there will be competition for the supply of those 5G services that you talk about beyond just the CSP community. So the challenge for us collectively is to be able to explain how 5G services, whether it be the automation example you've just given, will integrate with existing IT and corporate systems, but as well as the public, AWS and others, and edge clouds that are already in use. And what you'll tend to see is, as the 5G capabilities merge with a generation of digital-born customer expectations, that commerce side of it is increasingly more intricate. And the CSP's goal within that example that you provided is to figure out how to make it easier. This means that they have to embrace innovation in the digital commerce and get comfortable collaborating with a wide, dynamic and varied range of industry partners to design and deliver what those digital offers are, whether it be to retail, to automation, to business customers alike. And it's all down to the partnerships that they can scale quickly and adapt to changing customer needs. So you're absolutely on the money.
Now, so you talked about Encompass a couple of times, and let's dive into that. Tell us more about Encompass that you've just launched, and why is this solution a potential game changer for cloud service providers?
Thanks for asking. If you will humor me just a little bit, I have to take a little kind of a separate start to provide you with the full picture, if I may. And it starts way back in 2015 with the introduction of Ascendon, when CSG was one of the early market entrants to acknowledging the processing, the compute, and the whole storage scale benefit of public cloud. And the target audience at the time for Ascendon billing, rating, and charging was primarily the B2C space. So B2C CSP players struggling to kind of compete and thrive in a really, really competitive digital economy. Typically, they're looking for full stack architectures, and ultimately they must modernize and simplify their business to optimize the revenue within kind of traditional B2C service offerings and also the new digital offerings that are coming along. But equally, I'd say as an early market entrant, married with our 40-year pedigree in charging and monetization, we started to realize from talking to customers and doing research that we needed a slightly different technology and business-led proposition. And as a response to that, we launched CSG Encompass at Mobile World Congress in February, which is really designed to enable our customers to embrace both the B2C narrative, but also with 5G, the increasing complexity of B2B to X, which our customers may or may not decide or deploy in the public cloud, and they may do it at a very different rate of adoption. So whilst Ascendon is all about B2C in public cloud, Encompass provides that opportunity for our customers to kind of back both horses, B2C, B2B, B2B to X, simultaneously, but on a path that embraces public cloud at the customer's required velocity, which can vary very much so region to region.
Okay, could you share with us maybe some use cases around it?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, we're seeing that not all of our customers, especially if you kind of talk brownfield, greenfield, will buy a fully kind of separate standalone stack, a material, whether it's in the cloud or on premise, which is the debate that's often prevalent. And so what they're more likely to do is look to consolidate kind of best of breed domains, like they'll take billing or ordering, and they'll look for best of breed that easily comes together to kind of confirm their vision of what a best of breed suite is. So if you take that in terms of an example of Encompass, what that does is it reduces the complexity of the multi-sided B2B to X ecosystem to enable collaboration across our customers' partner ecosystem. And what that will do is allow CSPs to differentiate themselves through a kind of future forward-looking solution that unlocks the, I would say, unlimited possibilities at this stage of what 5G will present, which is coming upon the industry at a rapid rate.
Now, I want to now zoom in on CSG itself. What are your plans for CSG in the rest of 2022, 2023?
We obviously, within 2022 and 2023, we recognize that 5G is hitting mainstream fast. I was reading a GSA report the other day, which kind of highlighted that as of mid of this year, there is approximately 70 countries in the world with 5G networks. Only 2 years ago, in the height of COVID, that was at 38. So, and there's another 15 countries that have what we call mobile technology kind of partly deployed. And so the GSMA is stating that 5G will reach 1 billion users by the end of the year. And to put that into context, it took 3G 12 years to achieve that same aim. So obviously we see 5G as a huge opportunity. We see obviously the enterprise part of 5G as it relates to complex partner settlement as a key driver of growth for our customers and CSG as well. And then obviously the vision for the coming decade is one where we believe that CSPs can kind of capitalize on technology advances to deliver those enterprise solutions, but also ultimately the intention is to drive new revenue opportunities for them through that enterprise opportunity.
And Sean, where do you see, with all these opportunities in 5G, which are the regions that you see the fastest adoption of 5G?
Well, I mean, so that's public. I mean, there's a lot of public data around this right now. 5G has been readily embraced by places like Korea, which I believe has the highest penetration rate in the world. Obviously, you've got Europe catching up fast. You have the US, and of course, you have China as a region in itself. So ultimately, each region has progressed to this point at a different pace, but we do see the playing field level and accelerate. And I think in places like Africa, you will see that technology jump in the same way as we saw with kind of the lack of need for cord cutting when they went straight to mobile and they didn't have that legacy infrastructure to have to overcome like we saw in some more mature markets. So I think in reality is there are certainly country market leaders. India has 5G auction spectrums this year, I believe, but over the next 2 to 3 years, that playing field is going to level. And in some cases where there have been laggards, we expect certain sectors will just kind of make the leap faster.
Now, Sean, it's been a fascinating conversation. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Before we leave, are there any final thoughts you'd like to leave the audience with?
Look, I think in short, you can expect to see kind of CSG continuously grow as a company and constantly innovate our solutions to ultimately our aim is to help our customers thrive and succeed with winning customer experiences that will drive brand loyalty in this fascinating digital economy. We have many exciting things in the pipeline. It's a little bit too early to reveal here, so stay tuned.
Now, Sean, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thanks for your time, Brian. Good to meet with you.
Now, we've been speaking to Sean Whelan. the Global VP Digital Monetization at CSG. I'm Brian Fernandez. This has been Biztech's C-Suite Conversation Show. This interview will be on our website, biztech.asia, www.biztech.asia, as well as our social media platforms. It will also be on our syndication partners, TV stations, radio stations, and websites. Thanks a lot for tuning in.